Today, let's simplify one of the best and easiest Town Hall 12 attacks that you can use for 3 stars. And that is none other than the Blizzard Mass Electro Dragon. So in this case, I'm going to start off with a Lava Hound and Battle Blimp. It's very easy to use a Blizzard this way, and then using the Rage and Invisibility. Make sure to not make this mistake. This is probably going to cost you a lot, especially if you're in an open compartment. If the Super Wizards go all over the place away from the Town Hall, that is going to cost you. Make sure that you don't do this, but you want to make sure that you are chaining on multiple buildings. Try to time your invisibility spells. You'll get better at it within time, but as you're able to do so, you should be able to clear through something like the Town Hall with no problem. Those are just things that you do want to consider, and if you are able to lure out CC like a balloon CC, then that can still work. You mainly want to make sure that you're dealing with that by using the Poison spell and your Barbarian King and Archer Queen. You lure them over, create a funnel over here, do the same thing on the other side with a Baby Dragon or Edrag, and push yourself in with your Electro Dragons. Making sure that what you're able to do is carve out a given area with your King and Queen, and that gives you enough momentum to drive yourself in with your Balloons and Edrags. I'd highly recommend that you use an early Grand Warren ability. This is going to help you as you move yourself in, and then I will drop a Rage spell. This is super important because you want to make sure that your Edrags take no damage and they return a ton of damage underneath a Rage spell. You're then going to pretty much time your free spells. I would highly recommend using them against things like Inferno Towers, Air Defenses, Expos, stuff like this. That is going to help you tenfold. And if you're going into something like an air defense, chances are it might be a really good idea to use a free spell on it. It just makes your life 10 times easier. Now, of course, as a given base, you're looking for chain buildings. You're looking for a base that can easily be chained on. Now, of course, not every base is like that, and those are bases that you should avoid. So overall, making sure to get some chain off of a given base does help. And this is why Edrags are consistent. If you're seeing a lot of farming type bases or bases that are very compact, this is a great army that you can use to 3-star almost every time. Now keep in mind the mistakes that you can make with this. Of course, one of the major things is having your blimp pop way too early, or not placing your Battle Blimp a little bit closer to where they target the Town Hall. I've had this plenty of times occur in this type of attack. So chances are you're failing because your Blizzard either misses the Town Hall until the very end of its lifetime, or you're not getting it because they just never lock onto it. So those are things that you do want to be very careful of. And also, make sure that you're bringing 4 invisibility spells instead of 3. I've made that mistake a lot, and you do not want to miss that 4th invisibility for like something like 2 poison spells that you randomly had. But always check your army before you go in for the attack. Now, if you are dealing with a lot of single target Infernos, chances are this is gonna still work for you. You just have to really pay attention to the amount of chain. As an example, as such right here, this is more of like a anti-3-ish style base, so this can still work really well. Just make sure that you're looking for chain. In terms of this, you do want to make sure that you're using that Lava Hound and Invisibility spell. In this case, this is perfect. And try to time your invisibility spells. Like I said earlier, it will come with practice and it will really help you a lot. So just make sure that you are able to time those invisibility spells and they're going to help you. In this case, creating the funnel with an Edrag on one side allows me to, or on one side of the base with my heroes, of course, and a Baby Dragon, and then making sure that you've got your heroes to move through on the outside, it will help a lot. Especially if you notice that there are some bases that are so poorly built, they have a sweeper on the outside. Of course, it's a farming base, but still, same rules apply even if you see this in a war base, or in war. In terms of this, using an early Grand Warren ability and using your Edrags does help as you start to move yourself through. Using the free spells on air defenses, helping your Edrags move through with the rage spells, and if there are no more leftover air defenses, it'll be better off to use your free spells against a single target Inferno and let's say an Expo. Those are the type of things that are really going to help you a lot, especially if you accidentally have a split with your Edrags, but it works wonders. Having 3 Edrags together can actually help a lot as you start to work yourself through, even if that means you lose 2 to the outside. But that can also benefit you in some way, shape, or form. But this is the reason to why they are very consistent, they are very strong, and thus can be used on a lot of base designs, more specifically chainable ones. But of course, this works incredibly well for 3 stars, and you will want to use these. Consider subscribing to the channel and ringing the bell for more quality content like this, and also consider using my creator code CORRUPT, before purchasing the Gold Pass. I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.